Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another blowout. I'm using Mixed Media Girl paint, Oyster Denim Shimmer, sorry the camera wouldn't focus, Malibu Sky, um, and they are already ready to pour. And then I have some leftover paints, one that came from the Dollar Tree, I think it's a lemon green, already pouring mix ready. And then I have some metallic silver, and that's a light blue that I had left over. I believe both the silver and the light blue are mixed with Floetrol, and then, as I mentioned before, the other ones are already mixed with a pouring medium. And I will put a link for Mixed Media Girls paints and pouring mediums in the description box. I have a 8x8 tile that I typically use to make trivets for craft fairs. This one I think I ended up deciding to put in a shadow box, which you can do as well. And you see I put some of the denim shimmer down, had a little globule in there. And I'm just pushing the paint around to cover up the tile so that when I go to blow the other paints out, it will have somewhere to travel. These are relatively thin, so the sides get easily touched with the paint as it spins. I also have it on a cake spinner, and it's on a silicone mat that I get from Fluid Art Co. Um, Also, I'll put a link on there that I've just cut to be the size of that spinner. From here, we're going to take all our extra paints and I will place them down in a pattern, um, and no rhyme or reason to colors that I decided to layer. I think I went, that's an oyster color, and I went from the lighter and build up, I think, to the darker, then up to the light through the light blue color. And then from there, we're going to take the hair dryer and blow this out. Now, you will see here in a little bit that I did not like the pattern in how it flowed. It left, for me, an awkward negative space on one side, which negative space is not bad. I do a lot of paintings where I do have that, but typically they're in bigger paintings, and I think they balance each other out a little bit better. On the smaller tile here, I just was not getting the feel for it. So I end up playing around with adding some more paint and blowing that out. And then um, as the colors meld, I wanted a little more contrast. So you'll see that I get a palette knife and I start playing around first with my finger, trying to bring some of that denim shimmer back into the pattern, and then I use the palette knife to control that a little bit better. So as you see here, I'm blowing that out, and it just was not. I was just wasn't liking that bottom side and how it was looking. So I'm going to play around here with the the paints, spin it out here just to see where the paint will move and if that helped. If I had kept this a little smaller, it might have looked better, to me at least, as a little flower maybe in the middle of the trivet. But as you see, I'm adding now paint here, uh, which I'll blow a little more out towards that corner. So I'm going to let you watch the rest of the video, and at the end you'll see the dried version. I do seal the tiles with a matte uh, finish just to seal it. And I sell this particular one in a shadow box frame. but you certainly could put a piece of um, cork board on the back of it and use it as a trivet if you're going to do that. I would either resin over that, but for the most part on my trivets, I use a car paint sealant that has a high temperature gradient so that the hot pots won't affect the paint underneath of it. One last quick note, here's where you're seeing that I start making those patterns, and I'll get a little bit more intricate with a palette knife. But I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please also subscribe. I usually post a video at least once a week. You can also find me on Facebook under the same name. And feel free to also check out my um, webpage at eclecticpalettestudios.com. Again, I thank you all for joining. I hope you like this. Have a blessed day. See ya.